During my last semester at college, I signed up for a Kundalini Yoga class. It fit into my schedule. I've always wanted to take a yoga class, and this one, I knew going into it that it would be more mental and more meditative than the other classes, which are more physical and focus on the postures, but I figured it would be an interesting experience, and I obviously have had experience with meditation, so I figured it would put a new perspective on things. This video isn't a tutorial about Kundalini Yoga. It's what my experience is in case you're interested in Kundalini Yoga and you don't know what a typical class is. This is about my experience in the class I signed up for. So you may be wondering to yourself, what is Kundalini Yoga? Kundalini Yoga, to put it simply, is the yoga of awareness, where you become more aware of your body, of your mind, how your body moves, and stuff like that. This is done through chanting. There's a lot of chanting in Kundalini Yoga. You do pranayama, which is controlled breathing. You do meditation to listen to your mind, and you do the physical postures. If you believe in such things, your body is consisted of a bunch of energy tubes. And energy flows through your body. You have 7 energy pools in your body called chakras. You have one at the base of your spine, one in your genitals, one in the center of your belly, one at your heart center, one at your throat, one in the middle of your forehead, and one at the top of your head. Kundalini is said to be an energy coil that lives at the base of your spine, and when it awakens, it travels through your energy channel up the base of your spine and out through your head. And you don't need to believe in energy bodies or chakras or the Kundalini rising up through your spine to take Kundalini Yoga. The instructor, she did talk about that a little bit, but that wasn't the main focus of the class. The main focus of the class was bringing you to be aware of your body and mind. The instructor also, she didn't force those beliefs down on you if you didn't believe in energy bodies or anything like that. She simply presented you with that information. You can draw your own opinions from that. So as far as the typical class goes, there were 15 classes once a week throughout the whole semester. It was an hour and 20-minute long class. So at the start of the class, we'd all pile into the college dance studio. We'd be forced to remove our shoes and socks. We always had to be barefoot. The instructor also recommended we wear some kind of hat or something. She would wear a turban. The whole theory behind it is so energy just doesn't escape from your head. It's able to stay within your body. So the class would pretty much start the same every single week. Basically, we'd come in, we'd sit cross-legged, and we'd rub our palms together. And that would generate energy. And we'd also chant while we were doing it. There was a lot of chanting in Kundalini Yoga. It's funny, at the start of the class, everyone was super shy about it during week 1. But towards the end of the class, people got less shy and people were chanting more. Usually the chants were typically Om or Satanama and various other chants. So after we were done rubbing our hands together and generating energy, we'd close our eyes and focus inward towards our body and look for what the instructor called an energy reading, which was basically how we felt at that time, if we felt any energy moving around and stuff like that. And after an energy reading, we'd do a simple warm-up, which basically involved stretching to the side while standing up, bending forward, bending back, twisting your spine a little bit, and just very, very easy stretches. And then after the warm-up, we would take another energy reading and see how our body feels after the warm-up. And then after that, we'd usually do some kind of breathing exercise called pranayama. And pranayama, there's various forms of it. The most common one in Kundalini Yoga is breath of fire. The best way to describe breath of fire is basically you're panting like a dog, except you're breathing in and out through your nose. So you pant like a dog, but through your nose. There are also ones where you would alternate nostril breathing, so you'd breathe in through one nostril and then breathe out through the other nostril, usually for 10 seconds or so each side. And the whole purpose of pranayama was to fill your body with energy. The energy is known as pranayama. Then after pranayama, we usually do an exercise known as kriya. No, not Korea, kriya. It's a Sanskrit word that means action, deed, or effort. Basically, this exercise was to achieve some kind of goal, and it varied every week. For 1 week, it was preparing your body for meditation. Other week, it was to strengthen your core. And another week, it was to purify your body of sickness and bad energy. Every week, it varied. So compared to other forms of yoga, Kundalini Yoga, from a physical point of view, isn't really that taxing. There's no crazy positions you got to put yourself in. You don't have to go into the lotus pose or put your leg behind your head or do handstands or headstands or scorpion poses or anything like that. Honestly, as far as a physical workout, it really wasn't a workout for your body other than core week. That one was rough, but it was definitely more of a workout for your mind. Some of the poses we did were basic ones like archer, boat, cobra, rock pose, and easy pose, which is just sitting cross-legged. There are also days during the Kriya where we would clap our hands together and slap the floor, and every time we'd slap the floor or clap our hands, we'd chant har. And it looked absolutely ridiculous. Like, anyone looking into the window is probably thinking to themselves, what are these people doing? But, it was actually a lot of fun to do, and I chuckled at myself while doing it, but it was a lot of fun, even though it was completely ridiculous. And so after the Kriya, we would lie on our backs in corpse pose, or shavasana, for like 10 or 15 minutes, just to give our bodies a break. And then after that, we'd wake up, and then we'd do a meditation. The meditation, it varied every week. Some weeks we just sit there in silence for 10 or 15 minutes. Other days we would clap our hands together while chanting something, while sitting down. There are also days where we would do the Satanama meditation, which will be another video at some point. And after we were all said and done, we'd usually do one quick final stretch, and then we would ground ourselves. Now, grounding was done by pounding your hands and feet on the floor like a child having a temper tantrum. And the very last thing we would do before we would leave is we would do one last chant and sing out. So we'd sing a very short chant before we left. And then after that, we'd all get up, put our mats away, put on our shoes, put on our coats because it's cold up here, and off we went. So that was our typical Kundalini Yoga class. Like I said earlier, it's the yoga of awareness. You're not going to get a six-pack by doing Kundalini Yoga, at least the kind at this college. Maybe some other class somewhere out there is a little bit more intense physically, but if you're taking it at a college level, probably not. If you're looking for a yoga class that challenges you physically, Kundalini Yoga probably isn't the yoga for you. Like I said, there was probably one day in the 15 weeks where it was very challenging physically. However, if you want a more meditative experience, you want to become more in tune with your body, or if you're really stressed out, I highly recommend it. This was my senior year at college, is right before graduating, and I was working on my senior design project, and I was pretty stressed the entire time. Just an hour and 20 minutes Kundalini Yoga. Afterwards, I was on top of the world. I had no stress at all. There was not a care in the world. I highly recommend it to your typical stressed out college student, or anyone else for that matter. So in conclusion, although you probably won't get a six-pack doing Kundalini Yoga, I recommend that all meditation enthusiasts at least give it a shot. And like I said earlier, you don't have to buy into the whole Kundalini energy body chakra thing. you don't need to believe in that. Just going there and experiencing it, it does wonders for your mental health. Well, that's it for this video. Until next time, folks, happy meditating. Not to be the stereotypical YouTuber, but if you liked that video, please hit the like button and consider giving us a subscribe. It's the best way to support us. And don't forget to visit our website, meditationenthusiast.org. And until next time, folks, happy meditating.